Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a brand new vlog. Welcome back to the channel, back to a new video. Today, we're going to kick off straight away with the weather check because that is what we do around here. 87% of you voted to keep the weather check. I was going to ditch it. I was going to just get rid of it and stop doing it, but I had that many comments saying, no, please keep the weather check. So today's weather check, let me swivel you. You can comment below now with me. What, out of 10, what are we giving this? I mean, the birds had a nice touch. But look, it's just cloud. We're at the beach. I can only pretty much give that something like a, let's go with a 5. That's because I'm in a good mood. They would normally be like a 3.5, but we're gonna get 5. Anyway, let's stop rambling. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've just pulled up because Lucy is running in to get some food for us. Today we're off on, it's Sunday. So we're having a chilled family Sunday. We're off to see, oh cool, helicopter. Is anyone else that easily distracted? Just me, I don't know. It's Sunday, we are gonna spend some time with family today. We're off to see my gran in a second. My parents are gonna be there, my sister and her boyfriend are gonna be there. The other sister and other boyfriend, who you guys don't see on the vlogs, although, and for no particular reason, sometimes people ask us, why don't we see our other sister on the vlogs much? And there's no real reason, but we have some plans to include them in the vlog soon, so that's gonna be fun. Then we are off to see Lucy's mum, and we're gonna have a walk around with her. And then Lucy wants to talk about something in the vlog today, which we'll get onto later once we get going. I'm kind of around, I mean, since the birth of Coda, who is with me in the car, by the way, I can keep an eye on him. I've got a little mirror, so I can see him, he's fast asleep. I'll leave it to Lucy because it's kind of about her personal birth story. Oh, I think he heard his name and he's jealous that I'm not filming him. 1 second. Coda! Yeah, Lucy has run into Marks and Spencer, which is a store that we actually had in Manila, which was quite comforting, but it's like, yeah, a classic British place, and we can pick up some food, and then we're gonna take that on our walk later. So a little bit of a countryside walk, seeing some family on a Sunday. Lucy will have a chat with you. So welcome to today's vlog. Comment below what your kind of casual Sunday looks like. That would be interesting to me. That we always ask you, like, comment one thing on the vlog. Today, I'd like to hear about what your classic Sunday is like. Start to finish, as detailed as you want to be. Mummy is back.
Have you started the vlog?
Yeah, I've started the vlog.
I thought that was the start of it.
No.
Mummy is back.
It's amazing how quickly we've started calling each other mummy and daddy, even though Coda isn't speaking or understanding us just yet.
Good to get used
It's
to
like,
it.
yeah, it's kind of this natural thing that's happened. But Lucy's back, she's picked up some food. Before going to my grand's house, we are gonna have a little snack. I'm just gonna get this in because I haven't eaten anything today, and I'll just get some chicken in, and then we'll be good to go.
Does he try and suck his thumb?
Occasionally.
Has he tried to suck his thumb? I don't think I've ever seen that.
You were comfy on your boyfriend, weren't you?
What a dude.
Were you comfy on your boyfriend?
All these years, you've been mine. It wasn't easy, but we worked it out. All those tears, ups and downs, I swear it's been the best ride of my life. Look at where we are now, baby. Only blue skies ahead. And it wasn't all bad, baby. Look at where we began. Making out in my room, nobody had a clue. Sneaking out past curfew, we were only 17. Didn't say I love you, but we knew it was true. To this day I still do love you like I'm 17. Time went by, oh so fast. Back then we didn't.
Thank you. Lucy's just picked up some coffee. We've just left my grand's. Really nice time there. I got a little bit emotional because she had out old videos of me when I was a baby. Not just emotional because looking at myself as a baby, but just seeing the old times with the family, and in particular my granddad was in the videos, and I was like messing around with him, playing with him, and he took us to the farm and showing us the animals and stuff like that. And we lost my granddad in May last year, which was really, really hard time for all of us. We all miss him so much. And I was abroad I wasn't in the country at the time, so it was particularly hard, and it has been hard ongoing. So really nice to see videos of him and me with him as a baby and like a 2-year-old toddler. Yeah, so that was really nice. Lucy's just picked up some coffee. I've eaten my lunch in the car, and now we're going to pick up Lucy's mum because we're going to go for a walk, and we have some blue skies. We are upgrading the weather check. I can't even remember what I gave it this morning, but we're upgrading it to a 7.5, which could potentially have the potential to be an 8. Potentially have the potential. So yeah, let's go.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave.
Okay, we made it out. The sun has come out. Beautiful, look. Beautiful blue skies. I was talking to the vlog, just talking to a couple of people here, my friends online. So we are upgrading to a 9 out of 10 today. We managed to get out and about. Coda is comfortably in his little carrier with Lucy. We can have a nice walk. Very windy, very cold, but beautiful, beautiful day now.
Take you there. I would give it all away to do it.
How's he doing?
He's good.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, he's a bit freaked out by how windy it was, but now we're in the gardens, it's not as windy.
He is.
And he's settled down. Got his hat on.
Bless him.
Does it look
Fast
really
asleep.
strange? And it's like this huge...
Yeah.
I'm pregnant again.
It is.
You do look pregnant again, yeah. Thank you very much. We're just enjoying the sun. We just stopped and said it actually feels like heat for once.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being bright.
I was thinking this morning, I don't remember the last time we had the sun on our faces.
So nice.
Actually like
and
this.
It's good for him
and
as well.
absorbing it and enjoying it.
Vitamin D, yeah.
Vitamin D, indeed.
Can we get some vitamin D on you?
Yeah, this is really nice, and it's so local to us, but we never come here.
I came here as a child and everything looked so much smaller than when I remember. Well, such weird lighting.
Oh,
there you
because
go.
the sun, yeah.
And everything looks a lot smaller than I remember it, which is freaking me out because I used to spend a lot of time here.
Yeah, if you're local, it's a place called High Down Gardens, and they, yeah, it goes really high up there, and they basically renovated or redid this whole area during lockdown, and we haven't visited since we were last back in the UK 3 years ago. I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago we were probably last here, maybe potentially longer actually. So yeah, it's really nice to come back, and they've done it all up really nice, really presentable. Nice area for families to walk around for free. There's a little coffee van at the top which we might visit afterwards as well. And yeah, blue skies just make it even better. So perfect Sunday, exactly what I had in mind for today. Nice wholesome, sorry I got something in my eye. A nice wholesome family Sunday. Starting to think about dinner though. I'm not sure what's for dinner this evening. Flowers are out as well, which is really nice to see.
My skill.
Yeah. No, definitely not on your phone. It's not on your brick.
What's wrong with your mum's phone?
It's just not very good.
Buy her a new one then. I've said it now. I've put it out on the internet. Lucy is going to buy your new phone.
It looks really weird. I don't think I can roll clip like this.
No, I think it's actually fine.
It's not. It's not right. You're in the glass cupboard currently, and we're trying to figure out the settings. For some reason, no, that looks weird. I look like I've got loads of fake tan on, or I'm made of plastic. Not sure. Maybe it's just the screen. Maybe it will look okay in the edit, but I'm going to talk anyway. Coda's got his Sunday pyjamas on, as you can see. Nice little elephant yellow number, and he's just wide awake, having a chill on me. There he is. Hello. No, he's not. He's way off. It looks like he is, but I think he's looking out there outside. Hello. Now you might be. You're looking at the camera. Oh, lovely. Nice big yawn. Sorry, I could just stare at him all day. Bless him. So yeah, today's video, I mean, it's the end of the... Oh, we keep doing this, George. We're such annoying YouTubers. We have an idea of what to talk about in a video, and we wait until the end of the video to talk about it. genuinely unintentionally. Today's been it's been really lovely and we haven't done anything like crazy, but it's just been quite busy just seeing people, so I'm only getting around to talking about it now. But I basically wanted to go into a bit more detail on the birth because I've had loads of questions on it on here and on Instagram, and I know we mentioned it on the meeting our son vlog in the hospital, but it was like 2 days after giving birth. It was all a bit stressful and I haven't really gone into much detail about it, and maybe some of you didn't watch that video, so you can watch this one instead or whatever. So yeah, I thought I'd go into some detail now with it. So I'll try and keep things as short as possible because I could ramble on about this for quite a long time, I think, and I don't want to bore anyone, but I do want to go into some detail for people that are interested. So basically, on the Sunday around 1 PM my waters broke, so that was the first thing that happened. I have a feeling I was having contractions before then, but I think they were so light. I remember saying to George, I am feeling something, but it's just so light. I didn't even think it was worth counting them because I just occasionally just felt a little bit of like a twinge, and I just thought it was like my body getting ready to give birth in a matter of days or weeks, because I was 40 weeks and 2 days when 40 weeks and 1 day when my waters broke, but 40 weeks and 3 days by the time I actually gave birth, because it was 36 hours the whole sort of process, the whole labour. So we called the hospital and we said my waters broke. They booked me in to be induced 24 hours later the next day, but if I had started getting contractions and things had moved faster on their own, then obviously I would have gone in earlier. But they just do that because there's a higher risk of infection once your waters are broken, because obviously there's nothing like protecting him inside. You're sort of more open and at higher risk. So they booked me and they said if nothing happens overnight, then come in at 12 o'clock the next day and we'll induce you. So I got worse contractions overnight and they became more regular, they became a lot more painful, and by about 7 AM the next morning, one sort of woke me up because it was so bad. They continued until about 10 or 11 AM that same morning, so this was on the Monday morning, and then we went into hospital and we were seen by someone around midday, so when I was sort of meant to be seen anyway, had they not started happening on their own. As I was only 2 centimetres when they checked me, they basically suggested I go for a walk or go to a coffee shop and have some lunch or something, and I said there's no way in the pain I'm in right now am I going to be able to sit and have a coffee and a cake or have a cheese toastie or whatever it is, because I was just in agony. I was walking like through the hospital and I'd have to just stop when I had a contraction, and it was so painful. The car journey there was awful because you're like bumping all around and it just makes it even worse. I basically said, can I please stay and can we get things moving? They already wanted to, because my contractions weren't close enough together or strong enough, and I was only 2 centimetres, they did still want to induce me. All of this stuff here, how it works in England, I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it's very much sort of, they give you all the information, but it's completely up to you whether or not you go for something. So they suggested I get induced, and I said whatever's safest for me, whatever's safest for the baby, we'll go for it. So they plugged me into a hormone drip, and at this point I was just in so much pain. The hormone drip causes more pain as well. It makes the contractions stronger. And I just said, I know I'm going to get it at some point, let's get it in straight away to save me a lot of pain. And I had the epidural quite early on because it was just agony. Epidural was the best thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, that's dramatic. Having him's the best thing I've ever done, but having the epidural was the best decision I've made like that before. It was so good. It was very painful going in up my spine, and there was a weird like twingy metallic electric shock feeling down my leg, and I had to stay still whilst having contractions whilst they were putting it in for about half an hour, and it wasn't very nice. But once it was in and I had the little clicky button to put the whatever it is, the fluid into my spine, it was just so much better. I relaxed so much. I sort of sat there in a blanket in the dark, chilling out with George. George even went to get some food because I was so relaxed. I wasn't able to eat, which was rubbish. I was so hungry, but before they did the epidural, they tried to give me some lunch, but I just felt sick. I didn't eat any of it, and I regretted that later because I was so hungry. But yeah, then I was just waiting, and after 6 hours they checked me again, and I'd gone from 2 centimetres to 10 centimetres. So the epidural, I couldn't feel the contractions really, and it had relaxed me so much that I'd gone to 10 centimetres in only 6 hours. And this was in the evening. This was now around like 10 PM 10 or 11 p.m. on the Monday night. Then it was time to push, but before that point I started getting really shaky and feeling really, really cold. My teeth were chattering, my body was physically shaking, my arms, my legs. They were telling me it's just sort of adrenaline or something. They weren't really sure what it was. I've sent him to sleep. I've bored him to sleep here, so I hope you're all still awake watching this. My teeth were chattering, I was freezing cold, but I was hot to touch. Then my temperature spiked. Then I was sick loads, but I hadn't eaten anything, so it was just like, sorry to be graphic, but it was like stomach bile. I, in my head, remember it being clear, but Emily, George's sister, who was there, said it was bright green, like the colour of my shirt. Then it was time to push. The epidural had worn off slightly, so I could actually feel that, and that was painful, but in a different way to what I expected. My head was just throbbing, and my eyes felt like they were about to pop out of my skull. So in between each like contraction, I was just there with my head throbbing and I was in so much pain. And then it was time to push again, and the thing that I found the hardest about pushing was not the actual pushing, but holding my breath for that long, able to, like, pushing for long enough, not how many pushes there were, but how long I was meant to push for. It was like keep going, but I had to just stop and breathe again. I just found it really hard to get my breathing right, and yeah, my head was pounding, my eyes were hurting so much. I was pushing for about an hour, and Coda's heart rate was really, really getting quite high, and they were getting quite worried. The lights all came on, the doctors came in. It was quite scary at that time, and they were saying about using forceps or a ventouse to get him out, and I just said whatever's needed, let's do it, because I'm not gonna put myself or Coda at risk. Let's just get it going. Whatever way he has to come out, he has to come out. The doctor was there ready with the instruments. They basically said, I'm gonna start setting up, and if you're not quick enough in pushing, if by the time I'm set up he's still not out, we're gonna have to use it, or you can kind of just keep pushing up until then and see what happens. And I then pushed for my life, basically just went crazy. I think knowing that made me push harder, and then he came out, which was like the best moment ever. I was in total shock, and it was all like, it's like it wasn't real. My vision went really blurry, and I couldn't see anything for ages, and they actually whisked Coda away after about 10 minutes of him on my chest. They took him away to have antibiotics, because he had an infection because of the whole waters breaking 24 hours before thing. Both Coda and I had infections, which is why we had to stay in hospital for 5 days. But it turns out either he didn't have one, or it went away really quickly with the first lot of antibiotics, and it was mine that stuck around a bit longer. Oh yeah, I forgot one part. I had an episiotomy, and they cut into a blood vessel, which caused me to lose 1.2 litres of blood. So I ended up losing quite a lot of blood. That was a bit dramatic as well. It was quite a high stress, but looking back at it, like when I say it like that, it sounds really mental. And I was like, once he'd come out, bless him, I was being sick, like in a bucket here, and his head was right here, and I was trying not to be sick on his head. It was all like a bit mental, but when I look back at it, and at the time, I just have nothing but positive memories from it. It was scary. Okay, I'm now babyless. The camera actually overheated, so that also fell asleep while I was talking. So if anyone's still here after my ramble, comment below that you're still awake and I haven't sent you to sleep. That'd be great. Yeah, I can't actually remember what I was saying. I think it was, oh yeah, so saying it in one go makes it sound horrific and very dramatic, but when you're there, it's all just worth it. Like, you just see what's just happened, and it's just more of an overwhelming happiness, and I don't even think about it in a sad way anymore. Like, it was quite traumatic, yes, but when I look back at it, it's positive, and it's something that you'd never change, and it's just all for amazing reasons. So hopefully that gave you some more details. If you've got any more questions, then feel free to pop them below, and I'll try and answer them again in another video. But now I think it's time for us to make some dinner. We actually have some slow cooked gammon left over from yesterday, and I'm going to make some nice sourdough sandwiches with gammon and mustard. So before we end the vlog, I won't torture you by telling you that and then not showing you that, because that's the worst thing we could do as vloggers. We're going to show you the finished result. So I'm going to quickly whip that up. We'll show you the food, then we'll probably end this video off. So give me a few minutes, or no time for you. Okay, how long was that? 5 minutes? Pretty quick cooking. Well, I didn't really cook much today. Finished result. Oh, look at that big gap. I need to rearrange the gammon in that bit. That just looks really sad, but looks good. So we've got some nice toasted sourdough bread with a layer of whole grain mustard and a load of gammon, so yum. Sandwich was delicious, and we're going to end this video off here. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.